Magandang hapon, Pilipinas! Ito po ang inyong balerina ng bayan, si Lisa Macuja, na bumabati sa lahat ng nakikinig sa DZRH at sa lahat ng nanonood sa RH TV. Lalong-lalo na sa ating mga kasamahang alagad ng sining at kultura sa buong bansa. Ang ating panauhin sa hapong ito ay isang tanyag at premyadong Filipino soprano na ayon nga sa isang respetadong music critic ay masasabing the total singer. Sayang nga lamang at hindi ako nakapanood sa kanyang 40th birthday concert sa CCP last October 8 kasi ako naman ay nagsasayaw ng Swan Lake para sa aking Swan Song series on that same weekend. Pero ang sabi nga nila, maliit ang mundo ng sining sa Pilipinas kaya't narinig ko agad ang mga rave reviews sa concert na yon. At sabi ko nga, dapat maanyayahan namin dito sa Art2art ang magaling na singer na ito para naman lalo natin siyang makilala at maipagmalaki. Kaya samahan ninyo kami sa hapong ito sa ating masayang kwentuhan kasama ang internationally acclaimed soprano na si Rochelle Gerodias.
Si Rachel Gerodias ay isa sa pinakamatagumpay at premyadong Filipino soprano ng kanyang henerasyon. Nagtapos siya ng Bachelor of Music and Voice cum laude mula sa UST Conservatory of Music noong 1993 na sinundan ng Master of Music and Voice Literature mula sa Eastman School of Music sa New York noong 1996. Nagpatuloy siya sa pag-aaral at nakakuha ng Professional Diploma in Opera with Distinction mula sa Hong Kong Academy for the Performing Arts noong 1998. Nag-aaral din siya sa ilalim ng mga tanyag na guro tulad nina Otoniel Gonzaga, Abdul Candal, Carol Byers at Olivera Miljakovic. Dumalo din siya ng masterclass sa ilalim ni Maestra Merilia Freni sa Italia noong 2006. Bilang international guest artist, nakaganap siya ng pangunahing papel sa mga produksyon tulad ng The Barber of Seville, Turandot, La Noche de Figaro, Carmen, Le Elixir de Amore at The Student Prince. Naging guest soloist din siya para sa Sarajevo Philharmonic Orchestra at China National Symphony. Naging featured soloist din siya sa 2005 World Expo sa Nagoya, 2008 World Expo sa Zaragoza at 2010 World Expo sa Shanghai. Kabilang sa mga karagdagang natanggap ni Rachel ang first prize sa Kundiman ng Lahi noong 1990, first prize sa Kundiman Fiesta at second prize sa Namsia noong 1991. First prize sa Civic Morning Musicals Vocal Competition sa Syracuse, New York noong 1995. Hall of Fame Award para sa Best Female Classical Singer mula sa Aliw Awards at ang The Outstanding Young Men o TOYM Award noong 2010. Kasalukuyan siyang nagtuturo sa UST Conservatory of Music bukod sa pamamahala ng Rachel Gerodias Music Foundation. Isang karangalan ng Art2art ang makasama ang premyadong Filipino soprano at international guest artists na si Rachel Gerodias.
Magandang hapon, Rochelle, and welcome to Art2art.
Thank you for inviting me. It's an honor.
Okay. It is an honor for me also. Alam mo, Rochelle, I really admire mga Filipino artists na nag-excel na sa kanilang craft at nagkakaroon ng mga invitations abroad to perform and yet are proudly based in the Philippines,
Yes.
like yourself. So, you know, thank you for staying in the Philippines. Maraming salamat.
It's my pleasure. And it's always great to be home. So
Yeah, it's always and
I
syempre,
love
pag
performing for Filipinos, and
at
I
pag
love
nagpa-perform
performing in
ka
Manila.
sa abroad, representing the Philippines, it's even more significant. Diba?
Yes.
Okay. So how did this all start? Paano ka unang, napunta sa mundo ng opera?
Okay. Well, ang story ko, hindi katulad ng story ng mga ibang naging opera singers, no? Lumaki kong normal. Meaning, I was watching TV and wala akong alam sa opera.
Meaning hindi ka nag-umpisa sa age 3?
No.
Okay.
So, hindi siya yung, ay, bata pa lang ako, gusto ko na maging singer. Actually, gusto ko maging dancer.
Okay.
So, kinakabahan ako dahil ang idol ko nasa harapan ko ngayon.
So, nag-ballet training ka din ba?
No, I was a chubby kid. So, plus, I don't know, yung parents ko were not into the classical kasi. Pero, well, I guess yung pinakamaaga ko talagang training was when I was about 10 or 11, when I was singing in the church choir. Kasi, I come from a Protestant family and we're all active in church, so everybody's part of the choir. And I also had a few piano lessons, so I knew how to read notes. And that was it. But I started to become more serious about my singing, I guess in high school na, when I joined the Glee Club.
Okay.
At kasama ko pa doon si Lani Misalucha.
Talaga?
Of course, at that time,
Okay.
she was still Lani Bayot. We were all in the Glee Club. Also with Andrew Fernando. I think he was your guest
Yes.
before. They were my seniors and ako yung baguhan doon. So, wow, I was so amazed sa talents nila. It was the first time I ever heard or have been singing with, such great singers. So I was just amazed.
So
and I never thought...
When did the formal lessons start? The actual formal lessons?
Oh, way after that.
After
College
that
na talaga. I never
So
had
talagang
formal voice lessons.
Sa college ka na nung nag-umpisa ng
sa
formal?
music na. Sa music na. So,
I see.
I'm gonna get there.
Okay.
So, in high school, that time, there was a gospel singing contest and we were all encouraged to join. So, I joined for the first time, my very first singing contest ever. At syempre, kasali din si Lani Misalucha, kasali din si Andrew Fernando. At syempre, na-eliminate ako. Kaya iyak ako. Iyak-iyak. At first prize, of course, si Lani. At that time, she had a beautiful soprano voice, which hanggang ngayon naman, but of course, she's now a pop diva. But that didn't stop me. The next year, there was another gospel singing contest. At wala na sila Lani, wala na sila Andrew. So I could join ako ulit. I joined. And you know what was funny was Andrew was one of the judges this time. And he loved my voice. So I won first prize. And that encouraged me. Kasi I was already in my third year, I think. So I was already thinking, okay, what do I take as a course in college? So after that, I was very encouraged to take up music, which I really knew nothing about as a profession. No? So I was just thinking, okay, I think I have a special talent in singing, so I want to develop it. Started like that. So and then I started auditioning na. Actually, in one school pa lang, and I got in kaagad sa UST, where Andrew happens to be also studying, and parang that was a sign for me na, okay, I think I'm gonna study in this school. And that was a very good decision, I think, kasi I got a really good teacher, Professor Gloria Coronel. She taught me everything I had to know about the technique and all the experience that was needed, and the exposure I learned in college, starting in college.
And you also competed in NAMSIA?
Yes, I competed in NAMSIA because at that time, that was the only classical singing competition. Aside from I've been winning mga kundiman competitions before. In Manila, there was the Kundiman ng Lahi competition, the Kundiman Fiesta in Hotel Nico at that time. And but of course, NAMSIA is a completely different level. So I won second prize. Yeah.
Okay, so after so many years of studying music, training your voice, and also working abroad, what made you decide to come home?
Okay, so jumping now to how many years? Well, that's a long story. Okay, at first I didn't want to come home, just like a lot of artists who train abroad. You know, kasi I was in Hong Kong at that time, and this was already after Eastman. I went to Eastman School of Music for 2 years for my master's, and then after that I went to Hong Kong for a scholarship. It was an opera diploma. At that time, I was already scheduled to go to Germany and Austria for an audition tour. But before that, I came back home to do a concert. And unfortunately, something happened. I sang a full concert with an infected throat. So the next day, I got very sick. And that was very critical for me because I had to rest and come back home. At that time, I was still a scholar in Hong Kong. And they wanted me for another year, but I had to turn it down. So I was kind of forced to come back.
Okay.
And at that time, because I was 25, 24, you know, I still wanted to of course experience the life of living as an artist abroad, all that experience. I was geared towards that, but so it was kind of not really my decision to come back, and I wasn't sure really what was here for me.
Yes.
But
So you had to come back
Yeah.
because you were very sick. And then
Yes.
after you recovered, parang doors obviously started opening for you here, because why would you be staying here?
yes, and not just in the Philippines,
yes.
actually in Asia,
and
in
performing
Singapore.
abroad,
Yeah.
as well as being based here. And you know, I'm sure critical sa decision ng any artist, lalong-lalo na sa classical singers, yung you know, saan ka magiging based, dahil the opera scene in the Philippines is not really that developed.
Yeah.
I'm sure it's not as developed as, say, the dance scene that has 3 ballet companies, for example.
True.
No?
And that's one of the reasons why I didn't want
I'm
to
sure
come
that
back.
was one of the reasons why you did not want to
Yes.
come back. And
Plus, I didn't know what other options I have here if I stay here. And that's what I learned. Because
Okay.
when I stayed here, well, of course, after I was well na and everything, and I've been teaching na. So doors started to open again, like Singapore Lyric Opera invited me to perform, and I've done 4 or 5 productions with them. And I still go to Hong Kong. They also invited me to do 1 opera there. And I've also been to Germany and Austria. I did my opera debut in Europe at the Volksoper in Vienna. We did Turandot. So I guess I still have a lot of options as an artist to perform as I wish in operas.
yeah.
Being based here, you know, I guess it's different now than 10, 20 years ago.
True.
Kasi it's easier now to connect internationally.
That's right.
So no regrets.
Okay. So as an international soprano, you know, ano ba yung role na parang kumbaga parang Swan Lake o Death Odile sa ballet, sa isang ballerina? Pag nasayaw mo na yon, parang sinasabi mo na maid ka na. So para sa isang soprano, ano ba yung role na parang role ng lahat ng mga aspiring sopranos na pag nakanta na nila yon, parang iniisip mo parang maid ka na?
Well, there are several roles. Actually, I've done a few. But there's one na I think a lot of sopranos are really dying to do, and that's Violetta in La Traviata.
La Traviata. Okay.
Which we will be doing, incidentally, in March at the
Wow.
CCP. The first weekend of March.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
So, that will be my debut as Violetta.
And
So we will see.
I'm sure a fulfillment of a dream.
Yes,
Okay.
it is.
Marami pa po tayong pag-uusapan kasama ang premiadong soprano na si Rochelle Gerodias. Dito pa rin sa Art2art. Magbabalik po kami pagkatapos ng ilang paalala.
Programang hatid ay sining at kulturang para sa lahat. Magbabalik ang Art2Art. schedule ng mga inaabangang konsyerto, update sa mga magagandang panoorin sa mga tanghalan at teatro. Narito na ang Art2art Calendar.
Narito ang ating arts calendar. Sa sining biswal, kasalukuyang makikita ang exhibit ni Roberto Chabet na pinamagatang To Be Continued sa Cultural Center of the Philippines. Ito'y bahagi ng Chabet 50 Years, isang serye ng mga exhibit na inorganisa ng King Kong Art Projects Unlimited bilang pagdiriwang sa 50 taon ni Chabet bilang conceptual artist, guro at curator. Tampok sa To Be Continued ang kanyang mga obrang gawa sa plywood na una nang ipinalabas ng Institute of Contemporary Art, Singapore LaSalle College of the Arts noong isang taon. Matatapos ang exhibit sa March 31. Para sa karagdagang impormasyon, tumawag sa CCP at 831-1125 Local 1505 o bumisita sa website na kingkongartprojects.org. Kasalukuyan namang makikita ang exhibit ni Lirio Salvador na pinamagatang Sandata sa UP Vargas Museum. Tampok ang mga luma at bagong obrang tinaguriang Weapons of Sound Constructions, kung saan pinagsama-sama ang tunog, pagtatanghal at ang tinatawag na assemblage. Ginamit ni Salvador ang mga pang-araw-araw at industrial materials tulad ng bowls, bicycle gears, stainless steel pipes, utensils, and discards upang makabuo ng musical instruments. Matatapos ang exhibit sa February 25. Para sa karagdagang impormasyon, tumawag sa Vargas Museum at 928-1927 o mag-email sa vargasmuseum@gmail.com o bumisita sa website na vargasmuseum.upd.edu.ph. Sa pelikula, magkakaroon ng special screening ang Cinemalaya blockbuster comedy at Best Picture na Last Supper No. 3. Sa January 26 podium, ADB Avenue, Ortigas Center, Mandaluyong City. Hango sa totoong buhay, ang Last Supper ay isang nakatatawang pagsusuri sa Philippine legal system. Maiwawala ng lead character na si Wilson Nanawa, isang assistant production designer, ang hiniram na Last Supper artwork bilang prop sa isang TV commercial. Ang pagkakamaling ito ang magbabago sa takbo ng kanyang buhay. Kasama sa cast sina Joey Paras, Georgette Lorenzo at JM De Guzman. Magkakaroon ng open forum kasama ang director na si Veronica Velasco matapos ang screening ng pelikula. Para sa karagdagang detalye, tumawag sa 584-5685 Local 619. Patuloy namang isinasagawa ng Ateneo de Manila University, Ricardo Leong Center for Chinese Studies at ng Confucius Institute ang kanilang Spring Film Festival na nasa ika-6 na taon na ngayon. Libre ang pagpapanood sa mga nasabing pelikula sa Shangri-La Plaza Mall, Shaw Boulevard, Corner, EDSA. Sa taong ito, sa pakikipagtulungan ng Cultural Office of the People's Republic of China, tampok ang 6 na pelikula na pinangungunahan ng Ocean Heaven, isang family drama kung saan tampok si Jet Li. Ang ibang pelikula ay ang Country Wedding, Lost on Journey, Confucius, Bodyguards and Assassins, at The King of Milo Deer. Para sa kompletong schedule hanggang January 29, tumawag sa Ateneo Ricardo Leong Center for Chinese Studies at 426-6001 Local 5208. Para sa ticket, tumawag sa Shang Complex at 633-2227. Samantala, inihahandog naman ng SM Cinema at ng Film Development Council of the Philippines ang First Big Shot Film Festival mula January 25 hanggang 31. Tampok ang mga pelikulang Balang Araw, Tahanan at Suntok sa Buwan sa SM Mega Mall, SM North EDSA, SM Manila at SM Cebu.
For the first time in Philippine Ballet, the most captivating and unforgettable live performances of the country's most beloved prima ballerina, Lisa Macuja, are now available on premium quality DVDs. The Lisa Macuja Swan Song Series, a limited edition collector series of her final full-length performances of the world's most beloved classics, beginning with Swan Lake and Romeo and Juliet. Timeless keepsakes that will bring the magic of ballet into your homes and into your hearts forever. Featuring Ballet Manila and the one and only ballerina of the people, Lisa Macuja. The Lisa Macuja Swan Song Series, now available on high-grade DVDs. For sales and inquiries, please contact Ballet Manila at 400-0292 or 525-5967 or email them at info@balletmanila.ph.
Cebu.
Usapang sining at kultura para sa lahat. Kasama ang balerina ng bayan, si Lisa Macuja. Art2art.
Kasama pa rin po natin ang internationally acclaimed Filipino soprano na si Rochelle Gerodias. Rochelle, isa ka ring recording artist.
Yes.
How would you compare the experience of live singing to doing a recording?
Oh, very different. I prefer live singing. Siguro una na doon because I have an audience. So,
Nakaka-inspire.
Naka-inspire kasi I also draw energy from my audience eh. Pag nag-record ka, it's you and the microphone and the technician or whoever you're recording
Yes.
with. Plus, I don't know, I just feel weird singing in a small room na halos hindi mo marinig yung talagang sound na gusto mo kasi 'di ba they're gonna manipulate it pa sa sa sound.
Yeah.
So, it's weird for me.
Okay.
Kasi, I guess, I'm a performer. So, I want to perform. I want immediate reaction from the audience. At ayoko yung natatakot ako na may mga konting imperfections na alam mong papakinggan ulit ng papakinggan. So, lagi akong hindi satisfied sa recording. So,
Pag live, hindi mo na mabawi.
Hindi mo na mabawi. So, pero pag gusto nila, thank you. Diba, I'm sure you've experienced that.
Yes.
Then, sa dancing, parang, oops, I wasn't happy with that one,
Yeah.
but they like it. So,
Yeah.
it's yung, nandun sa,
Nandun yung connect.
Oo.
Oo,
and,
yung connect sa audience. Importante
And
yun.
yung the moment.
Yes, yung moment.
It's the moment eh. And it fleets. And but it's the impression that you leave your audience eh. It's yung overall.
Okay, like
Ganyan.
yung contemporary mo na si Lani Misalucha, nag-seg siya into, nag-crossover siya, kumbaga,
Yeah.
into pop. Any plans of doing the same?
No. I think we have too many pop singers na. And I feel na classical singing is really my calling. Konti lang kami and I'm happy doing what I do. And very proud ako representing our culture abroad. You know, I'm very proud of our culture. So I like that.
Sino-sino naman ang mga idol mo?
Saan? Local or
classical singers, both local and abroad?
Okay, let's start with abroad. No? One is Mirella Freni. Ano siya, Italian opera singer. She's still alive, and I happen to had the opportunity to work with her. So that was a dream come true for me. When I was in Italy, nakanta niya na yung mga roles na my dream roles,
Yes.
like Butterfly, you know. Those roles I haven't sung. Siguro I have to wait a few more years pa. But locally, Silvia La Torre. I know she's known for her her comedy as an actress, but she's a fantastic soprano. And I last saw her sing last year, a couple of years ago. She's, I don't know, she's in her 80s, but you can still hear her voice. What an artist, what a talent. And who else? My teacher, of course, Gloria Coronel, because I'm also a teacher. I have a few students at UST. So I look up to her as my mentor. And she taught me everything. So.
So how does it feel like teaching and still with an active singing career at the same time?
I have to balance it. Teaching kasi is completely different skill. You know, how to impart your knowledge and your skills to your students. So, that I keep, medyo separate. And my performance, I love performing.
Yeah.
And I'm happy I'm still able to perform, and at the same time, I can already teach students. Kasi I think it's also good for them to not just hear what I have to say, what I'm teaching them, but also to see me perform.
Yes.
And na I can still demonstrate, ganyan. Some teachers kasi, they're too old na to
Yes, hindi nakaka-demonstrate.
to demonstrate,
Yeah.
you know. So, yeah, I think it's it's good na I can teach and still perform at the same time.
Oh, tell us more naman about your Rochelle Gerodias Music Foundation. Sino-sino mga beneficiaries and why did you put it up?
Okay. The Rochelle Gerodias Music Foundation, I started just last year. And I put it up first because I was so inspired when I went to Korea. Because I did an opera there, and I was performing with all these fantastic Korean opera singers. And they're all very involved in church. And that's where they all trained. Parang ako din. And I thought, wow, you know, it's so nice kasi they're professionals, they're international singers, and yet they still go back to their church and give back to church. And I think that's why they're so blessed and they're so successful. Kasi they go back to their roots, and at the same time, they're training those, the aspiring artists
Yeah.
before them.
Yeah.
So it's a give and take, and it's a continuous na process. So I thought, why not do that here? You know, so I put up this foundation for my church where I started. So right now, focus muna kami dun sa church ko. So we're going to provide scholarships for aspiring professional musicians, and we'll focus muna on church music, so that they can use it in church. So choral conductors, singers, and pianists. Yeah. So this year we're going to have our first batch of scholars, but of course also geared towards a professional career in music.
Okay, for a ballet dancer, you have to do at least 1 to 2 hours of class and rehearsals daily to keep your form. For a soprano naman, ano ang iyong daily regimen to keep your form and focus?
Okay, it depends, no, where you are in your singing career. Syempre, if you're young and still starting and still trying to get the technique, you need more time to do that. So about an hour to an hour and a half of just technique. Yeah, besides the learning songs and arias. But now, like for me now, I do 20 minutes of vocal exercise. That's enough to warm up. And of course, if I'm learning naman a role, that will take about, I don't sing more than 2 hours a day. I guess it's different for for dancers, no? Takes you longer.
I don't dance more than 2 hours a day
Really?
either now.
There you go. So, about the same. Kasi ang voice, mas madali ay mapagod. And we have to take care of our voice, our instrument.
Yes.
Kasi we have only one.
Okay.
And, you know, so, hindi ka rin pwede masyado mapagod. But it's good to do it regularly. So, every day is ideal. But if you can't do that, 4 or 5 days a week is also okay.
Okay. You mentioned earlier na yung isang dream role mo na Violeta,
Yes.
you will be able to sing in March, no?
Yes.
In the CCP this year. Given unlimited funds and, you know, knowing, alam na natin na for classically trained singers, there is really still no Philippine opera company that gives steady performances of these full-length operas in the Philippines. Given unlimited funds, ano yung magiging dream project mo para sa Pilipinas?
Wow. A classical opera. One that's already existing, no?
I don't know, maybe.
Because unlimited funds, we can do our own opera.
Yes.
But Well, we've actually been trying to have one produced sana, but it's very lavish din kasi. That's Turandot.
Turando.
Yeah.
Aha. Okay.
It's a
Sana.
beautiful opera. It's Puccini, beautiful music. And meron din kasi siyang Asian theme. It's Chinese theme.
And you've sung the role, no?
I've sung the role.
Okay.
Liu. That's the one I did in Vienna. Yeah. So that would be a dream. Unlimited funds. Yes.
So
I'm still
Rochelle,
waiting.
Actually, you know, pag nag-guest ako sa mga interviews, pag sinasabihan ako ng sample naman, ako naiinis kasi sinasabi ko, actually,
How can you
hindi
do
naman
that?
ako pwedeng basta-basta na lang tatayo at magsayaw. Kaya lang, kung
Okay, you're my
pwede, kung pwede sana.
Ang hirap, no? Kasi
Pwede mo
singer ako.
kaming
Ang dali
pagbigyan
lang.
dito sa Art2art. Okay. Ng sample.
Sample.
Okay. Na mga kaibigan, Filipino
Naman.
soprano Rochelle Gerodias live here in Art2art.
Ako'y kapupot na bagong sikat, ang halimuyak sadyang laganap, kaligayahan sa bawat oras, man din ang nais tanging paglingap. Kaya't nung minsan ay napakinggan, isang binata nananambitan, puso kong naglay lubhang pihikan, ay narahuyo sa panawagan. Nasaan yung pangarap ng paglalambingan? Tangan na ng aking hirang, alay ay kaligayahan. Kahit tamis nga namang mabuhay ka sa pagmamahal, ang ligaya ay makakamtan panghabang buhay. Nasaan yung pangarap ng paglalambingan? Tangan na ng aking hirang, alay ay kaligayahan. Kahit tamis nga namang mabuhay ka sa pagmamahal, ang ligaya ay makakamtan panghabang buhay. Uirog ko.
Ang saya ba?
Oh, ang saya! Ang ganda. Maraming salamat, Rochelle, na pinaunlakan mo kami dito sa Art2art.
You're most welcome and it's always a pleasure. Sana maulit.
Sana maulit
Pero
nga.
maulit ba?
Sana magkaroon tayo ng project together.
Yes.
Tapos, ako yung kakanta, ikaw yung sasayaw. Para
Okay.
maiba naman, di ba?
Gusto ko yun. Basta ikaw ang magta-train sa akin.
Sige. Okay. Mabilis na
never too
naman
late
nagdaan
daw
ng kalahating oras at nagpapasalamat syempre kami kay Rochelle Gerodias, International Filipino Soprano. Maraming salamat.
Thank you and God bless.
Okay. Mga kaibigan, samahan ninyo kami ulit sa susunod na linggo, alas 3:30 ng hapon, dito lamang sa Art2art. Ito po si Lisa Macuja, ang inyong balerina ng bayan, nagbibigay pugay sa artistang Pilipino.